Hello and welcome to Buckmore Park for rounds 3 and 4 of BUKC 2020. We're trying out a new format today, 2 lots of sprint races. There are no endurances here today. We are doing lightweights and heavyweight sprints alternatively, giving our heavier drivers a bit of a chance to compete amongst themselves rather than the lighter of the students that we have here today. Strong start at PFI a few weeks back for Coventry University, our reigning champions. They'll be looking to continue their good form here at Buckmore. Loughborough, Huddersfield, Exeter, all in with a chance of upsetting that among several other universities. Up first, we have our first lightweight sprint of the day. There will be 3 lightweights, 3 heavyweights in the morning, comprising of round 3, and 3 lightweights and 3 heavyweight races in the afternoon for round 4. One of our lightweight drivers just running past me there. I believe that's one of the Brooks D drivers. Behind me, we have the main Buckmore Park building where Howard Mitchell and James Johnson will be commentating from Double Dash Motorsport Media. Give us a wave if you can hear us, boys. They can indeed hear us. Unfortunately, the windows are tinted, so you can't see their lovely faces. But have you got the sound working? Can we hear you?
We're here, Jacob, and we're raring to go. We're coming out over
there they are.
Tannoy at least.
That's what we like.
Hopefully you can hear this on the street. James Johnson is coming over the circuit Tannoy, and I'm praying that that's on the stream. Otherwise, you'll just hear a faint, muffled voice. And we can hear you, apparently. Lads, who's your menu on today?
Ooh. I'm going to stay very traditional and say Oxford Brooks.
So Brooks from James Johnson. Howard, what about yourself?
I think that Loughborough are going to come out swinging after Coventry's success at PFI. I think Loughborough might be able to watch today.
Well, 2 big shouts there, Loughborough and Oxford Brooks. Who would have thought that they'd be backed in today's contest? What about underdogs? What about dark horses, guys? Anyone you think might grab the odd race win here and there? Maybe a clubman's team you've got your eye on?
I think definitely Bath are ones to watch, aren't they, today? They have been having an epic season so far, so definitely look out for them.
I'm going to throw some names out there. First of all, very interested to see how Bournemouth and London South Bank get on. Obviously, we've got...
London South Bank is an interesting one.
Yes.
For many reasons.
We shall ignore the main reason as to why. We'll discuss that in detail later. Let's just say a bird was involved, as was a Vauxhall
I've lost
Corsa.
Howard. Nope, you're back. Some audio problems in the comms box. London South Bank is an interesting one due to the captain, Michael Houghton. New team this year. Michael's done fantastically well to sort out London South Bank. Last year they turned up to the test days to get themselves drivers with licences and train people who haven't been karting before. Michael's an experienced karter. Not so experienced, as it turns out, entering the Buckmore Park circuit. We're in a bit of a valley here, an old quarry I believe Buckmore Park is, so you come downhill off the M2 I believe that road is, and in the mornings the downhill bit can be a little bit slippy, and Michael's car remains in one of the bushes on the entrance to Buckmore Park. A fair few comments on that one at sign on, notably who is that, are they banned for life? He's not banned. Apparently he was swerving to avoid a bird. So anyone who is here today at Buckmore Park watching on their phones, in their cars with the heaters turned up to full, Michael Houghton's the name that you're after. He's out for London South Bank and he won a race at qualifiers, which is why I think Howard's singling them out as potential dark horses for today. It'll be interesting to see how they get on. They didn't make it to PFI and I don't believe they're coming to Clay either, but they will be here today and next weekend at GYG. It's a short interval in between rounds 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 this year at BUKC. We're running GYG next Friday and Saturday, so we'll be live all day Friday next week with that. Intermediates will follow on the Saturday, and of course we've got our intermediates round here, round 2 tomorrow. Unfortunately we won't be live streaming that, but you can follow all the live timing and the live tweeting. We are at the BUKC on Twitter and live.alphatiming.co.uk /BUKC. You can follow all the live timing both today and tomorrow for yourselves, as well as watch the live stream. If you're currently on Facebook, you can get us up on YouTube. Benefits of doing that are you can usually get it on your smart TV and have it full screen in your living room if you are sat at home in the comfort of your own abode. If not, Facebook's available. I think we're on the BUKC channel. We're on probably the Double Dash Motorsport Media channel, who are commentating for us today. Still yet to hear them back in my ear. Guys, are you back with me?
Hopefully so, Jacob. Can you hear us?
I can hear you over the tannoy, Howard.
It's a roundabout way to talk to you, mate, but we'll take it.
Good to have you back. You were saying about your dark horse predictions for the day.
Yes, can I just point out it was myself who pointed out that Bournemouth and London South Bank were the dark horse for today, not Howard. Let's keep the mistakes to a minimal today.
If they succeed, it's on James.
It's on me. So Bournemouth, London South Bank. I'm sending you positive vibes.
But I think from a clubman's perspective, I think I'm hashtag not biased because they are my former parish. I think Birmingham really need to come out today and seize the opportunity.
Clear the circuit. We're ready to go. Let's clear that circuit. Close the gate. Thank you.
Well, Howard and James, I think I've stopped talking. Unfortunately, JV overrode the tannoy there for an announcement for all drivers to clear the circuit. That means me as well, so I'm going to dash off over here. Coming up first, we have lightweights sprint.
Thank you, Jacob. Sorry, everyone, for the slight sound issues there, but yes, it is indeed round 3. My name is Howard Mitchell, and alongside me in the comms position today is James Johnston. Hello, James. Are you all right, mate?
Hello, Howard. I'm doing very well indeed. Looking forward to this. This is actually my first commentary on a race that wasn't Wilton Mill, so very much looking forward to a new race. And I think, shall I take us through a grid?
Go for it, mate.
I think we should go through a grid. So on pole position today, we have got Oxford Brooks B with Lucas Sullivan at the helm, and next to him is Max O'Shaughnessy for the extra B card. Birmingham C taking up the 3rd place with Max Wade, and Archie Hobson of Warwick A is 4th. Loughborough B from Max Reed is in 5th, and in 6th we have Oxford Brooks D, Jorge Belloc Ruiz. Bournemouth A, Jason Smith, again dark horse for today. I'm tipping them for a good result. And Leeds A, Kieran Harrison in 8th. Brighton A, we have Marcin Machak. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but we will see what happens with that. Coventry D in 10th, Zayn Catherine Menezes, and Oxford are in 11th. On 12th place we have Nottingham Trent C, William Toon, and 13th Cambridge B, Edward England, with Cambridge A on 14th. So Cambridge, an all Cambridge 7th row there for row 7. Row 8 is Huddersfield A, the vast experienced Stephen Letts alongside João Mario Jorge for Bath B. 17th place then goes to De Montfort B, Tom Cuthbertson, and it's Michael Houghton, the infamous bird driver, London South Bank A in 18th. Loughborough D are starting in 19th, Andrew Graham, and it's Leeds B, Alex Meganson in 20th place. Aston A, Chunta Chan, probably not saying that correctly, but there we go, they are 21st. 22nd is Piotr Brzezinski of Swansea A, 23rd goes to Southampton A of Christian Thoma, and Oxford Brooks C are 24th with Armin Esmaili. For the rest of the grid, we've got Hertfordshire A, turn to the BUKC grid once again, Callum Jenkins in 25th. Newcastle A, Aaron Leishman is starting there. UWTSD B, or Swansea Met, Unity Wales Trent David, whatever you want to call them, they are 27th with Jeffrey Ellis. Oxford Brooks A are 28th and with Matthew Taylor. Warwick B, Matt Damer starting at 29th, and Huddersfield B, Gary Mangan is in 30th. De Montfort A take up 31st place with Johnny Knight at the helm, and it's Matthew Graham for UEA in 32nd. And to the end of the grid now, we've got Nottingham Trent B, Andrew Wong starting 33rd, and Nottingham Trent A, so it's an all Nottingham Trent first, penultimate row of the grid there. Nottingham A, Trent A, Aaron Pretty. And finally, for Manchester A, we have got Ollie Phillips. So that is your grid for lightweight sprint 1, and should be a relatively interesting grid there, Harold.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, James. We are in the practice laps at the moment, so for those of you not familiar, don't worry, even though they're going around at a fair old whack at the moment, we are not yet into racing. In a couple of minutes' time, we will form up behind the pace cart. Right, well, by the end of today, amazingly, I always find this incredible, we will be slightly beyond the halfway mark, in fact, in terms of rounds to be run. There is the pace car collecting them up. We'll be beyond the halfway point in terms of rounds to be run, because, of course, the qualifiers does count as one of the rounds. Coventry definitely come into today as the team to beat at the sharp end of this championship. They have got to this point courtesy of a first place at Wilton Mill, and then a second place and first place at rounds 1 and 2 respectively, which were held at Paul Fletcher International a couple of weeks ago. In Clubman's, it is Oxford Brooks D currently leading the way within that subclass. They're all scored together, remember, but we do have silverware and a championship on offer for that subclass when they qualified back in November. Those that qualified through to this mains championship were then subdivided into the Prems and the Clubmans. Red number plates denote Prem teams, black number plates denote Clubmans, but as I say, they are all scored together, so a Clubman kart getting past a Prem kart still earns them points relative to their competitors. So that's something to bear in mind. If you are